Welcome back to one more session on econometric methods course. In this session, we will see the estimation of simple linear regression model, reporting of SLRM and interpretation of the same. Here is an example of a study on saving behavior made using the data on income and savings of 5 households. Let us see the estimation of a saving function or model for this data set. Consider the savings function model y is equal to alpha plus beta x plus u. This is a simple linear regression model where y denotes savings, x denotes income and u is the random error term. Now, in order to estimate this whole regression model, we have to estimate the values of alpha hat, beta hat, standard error of alpha hat, standard error of beta hat, r square, f and the t values. So, let us take this example of savings and income. The whole data is given for 5 households. So, write the variable y in columns. This y is nothing but the savings of the households in 1000 rupees. The next column is x, which is the income of the household, and it is again in rupees thousands. Take first column y and sum all the y's together, you get the total 45. The same way, sum up all x values and you get the summation total as 100. Now, the next step is finding the mean or the average of the savings. So, what is the formula? It is y bar is equal to sigma y by n. Substitute 45 by n is nothing but the number of households, that is 5, and when you divide it you get the answer as 9. So, this is mean of the savings, that is y bar. The same way we get x bar, the average of all the incomes given in the data set. So, x bar is equal to sigma x by n, as already computed, 100 by 5 gives you the answer 20. So, 20 is the mean of the income. The next step is the third column showing the deviation y, and it is formulated as y minus y bar. So, it is nothing but the difference of y and the mean y bar. So, here the mean is 9. So, take each element in the column y and subtract it from 9. So, the first step is 5 minus 9, which gives you the answer minus 4. Similarly, the second y is 7. So, 7 minus 9 gives you minus 2. Same way we go with 8 minus 9, the next data gives you minus 1, and 10 minus 9 again gives you 1, and the last element 15 minus 9 gives you the answer 6. So, now we have computed the deviation y values. Now, let us take the same way for x deviation, this x minus x bar. Since we have already know what is x bar, it is 20. So, x minus 20 gives us the answers. Just as we did for y, small y, we do the same process for computing of x. So, first element 10 minus 20 gives you minus 10, 15 minus 20 gives you minus 5, 20 minus 20 gives you 0, 25 minus 20 gives you 5, and the last one 30 minus 20 gives you 10. So, this whole column is complete with all the values, standard deviation values of x. we have to compute xy next, since in order to calculate the other estimators we need the other elements. So, how to compute xy is nothing but simple multiplication of the values x deviation value and the y deviation value. So, if we take the first data set, it is minus 10 into minus 4, which gives you 40. Similarly, we go on with multiplying the other two corresponding elements x and y. So, minus 5 into minus 2 gives you 10, next one 0 into minus 1 0, 5 into 1 gives you 5, and the last thing 10 into 6 gives you 60. Sum up all the elements of x y, and here the total comes to around 115. So, keep it safe because we have to use it for the next estimation. The next column is x square. X square is nothing but the square of the deviation values that you have found. So, the first element is minus 10, minus 10 into 10 square value is 100. Similarly, 5 into 5 gives you 25, 0 into 0 gives you 0, 5 into 5 gives you 25, 10 into 10 again gives you 100. So, sum up all the x square values and the answer is 250. The total summation of x square is 250. The next column to be computed is y square. So, how to go on with this y square? Just as we did for x square, we go on with y square. So, here the first element y is minus 4. So, square it up, minus 4 into minus 4 gives you 16. Similarly, minus 2 into minus 2 gives you 4, minus 1 into minus 1 gives you 1, and 1 into 1 is automatically no 1, 6 into 6 again 36, and add up all the y square values. So, get the total as 58. So, keep it safe again. Come to the last column, which is nothing but x square, capital X square. So, you should know the difference is not the deviation form, is the original x value which has to be squared. So, where should we go? We should go to the second column, values of x given in the data set. So, here the value is 10. So, 10 into 10 gives you 100, next is 15, 15 into 15 gives you 225, 20 into 20 square up 400, 25 into 25 squared you get 625, lastly 30 into 30 gives you 900. Total up all the x squares together and give the total at the below row, it is 2250 in this case. All these estimated values will be used for the estimation of the next estimates. Now, let us summarize the table. The sum of small x y column is 115. The sum of square of small x column is 250. Similarly, the sum of square of y column is 58, and the sum of square of capital X in the column is equal to 2250. With the help of all these elements, we are going to estimate the other coefficients. The first coefficient is beta hat. As we already know, the formula is sigma xy by sigma x square. Sigma xy as calculated is 115, and sigma sum of square of small x is 250. So, when we divide the whole numbers 115 by 250, the answer is 0.46. So, beta hat value in this problem is 0.46. Now, let us come to the next coefficient, alpha hat. We already know the formula, alpha hat is nothing but y bar minus beta hat x bar. As computed earlier, the value of y bar in this specific case is 9 minus beta hat is 0.46 and again x bar is 20. Substitute the values and get the answer 9 minus 9.2. 0.46 in 20 gives you 9.2. When you subtract 9 and 9.2, you get the answer minus 0.2. Hence, now we have found the coefficient alpha hat. Now, let us calculate the variance of error term sigma hat square. The formula is sigma square of E by n minus 2. This E is nothing but the residual term. The expansion of the sigma E square is sigma small y square minus beta hat square into sigma small x square. As given in the formula, n is the number of cases in the example. So, we keep the same thing going on till the last step. So, you get n minus 2 is 5 minus 2. Similarly, substitute sigma y square small y square as 58, beta hat square is nothing but 0.46 whole square and summation of small x square is 250. Substitute all the values and you get on multiplication of 0.46 square into 250 as 52.9. When you subtract 58 and 52.9, the answer is 5.1. So, while we divide 5.1 by 3, the calculated variance of error term is 1.7 in this example. Let us go to the next step of computation of variance of beta hat. Variance of beta hat is nothing but sigma hat square by summation of small x square, and as in the previous case, you substitute variance of the error term that you have computed already 1.7 and divide it by sigma small x square, which is 250. So, on division you get the answer as 0.0068. From this variance, we are able to compute standard error of beta hat. Its root of the variance of beta hat, which is in this case is 0.0068. So, root of 0.0068 gives us the answer 0.082. Just as we did for variance of beta hat, we go on with computation of variance of alpha hat. The formula here is variance of alpha hat is equal to variance of beta hat into sigma capital X square by small n. Variance of beta hat as calculated previously 0.0068 has to be substituted here, followed by sigma capital X square value 2250. The n value here is 5. So, when you divide and multiply, you get the answer 3.06. So, in this case the variance of alpha hat is 3.06. From variance of alpha hat, we are able to compute standard error of alpha hat, and the computation is root of 3.06. The root of 3.06 gives you the answer 1.749, which is the standard error of alpha hat. Now, the next most important estimate is R square. So, R square is also called the goodness of fit, and here in this case the formula is beta hat square sigma x square small x square by sigma small y square. Just as the previous case, we substitute the value of beta hat as 0.46, square it up and substitute the value of sigma small x square 250, and in the same formula you substitute summation of small y square 58. On multiplying 0.46 into 0.46 into 250, we get the answer 52.9, and when we divide this by 58, the answer is around 0.912. So, here in this example r square value is 0.912. The next statistic is F star. So, F star statistics is sigma small y square by k minus 1, where k is the number of parameters in the case study. Here it is 2. The denominator is sigma e square by n minus k. If you look at the denominator, it is nothing but variance of the error term, that is sigma hat square. So, we can utilize the answer 1.7 and substitute it here in the formula to get F star. So, the denominator of F star is 1.7, while the numerator for calculating F star is sigma small y square 58 by k is 2 minus 1. So, 58 by 1 is nothing but 58, and divided by 1.7 gives the answer 34.12. Now, let us calculate the t statistics for alpha hat and beta hat. First, the calculation of t statistics of beta hat formula is beta hat by standard error of beta hat. As we already know, the value of beta hat is 0.46 and the standard error of beta hat calculated is 0.082 in this case. We substitute the values in the formula and find the answer. The answer is 0.46 by 0.082 gives you 5.61. So, the t statistics for beta hat is 5.61. Similarly, we go on with t statistics for alpha hat, and the formula is alpha hat by standard error of alpha hat. The value of alpha hat is minus 0.2, while the value of standard error of alpha hat is 1.749. When we divide the values, we get the answer in a negative mode, that is 0.11, but we always take the absolute value computer for t statistics. So, in this case the t statistics for alpha hat is 0.11. Now, let us present the results in the following template. Y hat is equal to alpha hat plus beta hat x. Below alpha hat, we are supposed to enter standard error of alpha hat, and similarly below beta hat we have to show the standard error estimated for beta hat. On the right side, we have to denote the F statistics value which has been computed, k minus 1 degrees of freedom and n minus k degrees of freedom, and below that again we have to state the value of r square that has been calculated. So, let us see how we are reporting for the case that we have taken. Here in this case, y hat is equal to minus 0.2 plus 0.46 x. The standard error of alpha hat in the present case is 1.749 and the standard error of beta hat is 0.082. Likewise, the t statistics which was calculated for alpha hat is 0.11 and the t statistics for beta hat is 5.61. On the right side, we present the calculated F star value with 1,3 degrees of freedom, which is 34.12, and r square value that has been computed for this case is 0.912. I hope you now know how to report an SLRM model. The critical value for F statistics may be computed from the F table. The 0.05 is the most commonly referred level of significance in the social science research. So, let us take F table for 0.05 level of significance. In the given table, there are rows and column references. Row reference is given for degrees of freedom for the denominator, while the column reference is given for degrees of freedom for the numerator in F statistics. Now, in our case, the degrees of freedom for numerator is 1 and the degrees of freedom for denominator is 3. So, from the table we look at the value referenced in first column, third row, which is 10.1. To find the critical table value of T from the table, look at the T table shown. The degree of freedom is referred in the row and the different levels of significance is shown in the columns. The significance of regression coefficients are based on two-tail test. So, look at the level of significance corresponding to two-tail test. We know that degrees of freedom for T statistics in this case n minus k is 3. Therefore, look at the third row and fourth column to find the critical T value. You may see 3.182 at that cell. This value is the critical value of T statistics. Using the critical value of F and T, we can interpret the model. This model is significantly different from the null model, since the calculated F value at 1,3 degrees of freedom, that is 34.12, was found to be greater than the table F value 10.1. Looking at R square equal to 0.912, we can interpret that 91.2% of the variation in Y is explained by the model. The beta hat in the model was found to be significant, since the calculated T value at 2 degrees of freedom 5.61 was found to be greater than the table T value 3.182. It is concluded that on an average, the savings of the households increases by 460 rupees for 1000 rupees increase in income. Rupees 460 is derived from beta hat. Beta hat is measured in terms of rupees in 1000. So, multiply beta hat with 1000 to get this rupees 460. Let us now conclude. So far we have seen a savings function simple linear regression model. The savings function model in the given illustration was an SLRM with two variables, income and savings. I hope you now understood the fitting of the savings function model. I hope you have also learned how to report and interpret the savings function SLRM. Thank you for watching.